Hey guys, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. So I'm just gonna go back here and take a look at the back 40 greenhouse. Guys, I haven't been back here in a few days, so I don't know what I'm in for. We've been doing so many things. Wood, seed saving, pond digging. So I just need to get in here, and I can already see that I'm gonna have to be doing some harvesting real quick. Wow. Okay, so you take a look down the line, you can see there's a lot of red in amongst the green. I have got a lot of tomatoes. And guys, I even have strawberries this morning. A second crop of strawberries. Wow, that's cool. Like I said, I haven't been back here in a few days because there's just so much going on. I'm just picking the last of the potatoes out of the other half, and I still have a whole bin down there to pick and one in the back. But look at this. I mean, it's got to be the weather and the rain this year that have really blown these tomatoes up. Look at this. Wow. Look at the size. So these tomatoes here are called an Arduino tomato, and they are a beefsteak. I'm going to say they're probably 11, 12 ounces. They're a pretty big tomato. They don't necessarily rival the Hungarian heart in terms of size, but I mean, it takes up my whole hand. It's huge. Look at the Amish paste. Check this out. Look at the size of these Amish paste tomatoes. That's amazing. I think it's about time we make some ketchup. What do you think? I'm going to collect some of these today and make ketchup, I think. Unbelievable. And they're just, and you can tell there's been a weather change because now I'm starting to see that my vines are starting to die down. So it's actually time to pick some of these. The blueberry cherry tomatoes have taken over this bin. They're just a lovely color. You know, these have really become my favorite cherry tomato. I just love the color. They have a really nice balanced flavor too. They don't shock you, you know, sweet or tangy. They're sort of in the middle. They have a balanced flavor. And then here is the potato bin that I've got to pick. The potato vines are all dying down now, so we can clear this out and use it for something else. The bins are doing amazing. These are some more paste tomatoes down here. So we've still got some green shoulders, so that's good because, guys, the harvesting this year, I'm starting to get behind. It's just me doing the seed saving too, so it's really super easy to sort of fall behind when you're trying to do this on your own. I have black tomatoes this year. These are called Black Beauties. Those are the only ones that I grew. Beans that I have to pick. So we got to get in here and definitely pick. Let's look at the tomatoes in the greenhouse. It is dark in here this morning. We are just about to get, I think, a thunderstorm. But you can see in here, now we've got more of my mini red bell peppers. Those are coming in fantastic. You'll get lots of these. If you end up growing these, they actually end up being a really great snack pepper. We just eat them fresh. Oh my goodness. Look at the tomatoes in there. Look at this big ball of tomatoes. Look at this. Check this out. Tomatoes way down there. These paste tomatoes here aren't ready, but once again, they're the Amish paste, but just starting to, you know, get really nice dark green shoulders, and then they'll finally start to get their color. This one here too. Wow, look at all of them in there. Look, actually I have some hidden way down in here. Some other tomatoes I've got. Oh my goodness. My big bell peppers are starting to come in. My sweet bell peppers here. You can see they're starting to turn red. Look at this, guys. Look at the cherry tomatoes all back here. So normally what I do with cherry tomatoes when they become really abundant like the way that these guys are, is I actually pickle them. So if you want to see how I pickle cherry tomatoes, just drop me a message below and let me know. And then I'll do a video specifically on, you know, what I do to put cherry tomatoes away for the winter. But look at all of them. My goodness. So here are my Cherokee Trail of Tears beans. These guys are finally starting to dry down on the vine. I did one, there's about 4 plants in here. These will be dried down for seed. And then the other Trail of Tears beans, those are on the other side, and those will be used for fresh eating. So let's take a look and see what else we've got in here. Oh, geez. More peppers. Wow, look at the peppers in here. This is what happens when you don't come and look at your garden for a couple days. Look at that. Now guys, I've been pulling Hungarian hot wax peppers off of these plants, but that was a few days ago, but they were really, really big. Like my Hungarian hot wax peppers, look at the size of these things. They look like a banana pepper until you taste them. Let's swing on to the other side. This is my calendula patch, which is finally starting to dry down into seed. So we actually save the seed from the calendula and regrow it for next year. Above it are my blackberries. The blackberries are huge. It's unbelievable how tall the blackberries have gotten out here in the last maybe month or so. I've put a fresh crop of beans in so you can see how tall these guys are. These are provider beans. I'll get another crop of beans out of these before the frost. And then down in here, we have our pumpkin. This pumpkin is the kind of pumpkin you don't actually eat the flesh. You just take the seeds because they're hull-less. And so you can make pumpkin seed oil out of them, or you can bake them and you can eat them, the seeds, right away without having to sit there and take them out of that white hull. These are my mini blend of peppers, so they've all started to come in. So you'll get all kinds of different colors off of this. Sometimes they're yellow, sometimes they're red. And here I even have a chocolate brown. So they're doing well. And then I have a big thing of parsley behind here. I'm thinking it's a sauce day. It's going to rain. There's not going to be very much I can do outside, so I'm thinking it's going to be a sauce day. This is my flax. So I've already picked a bunch of flax. I've already taken it all out of the pods, but it still continues to flower, which means I'm going to get a whole lot more flax. So, and guys, taking the seed out of the flax pod is super simple. Very, very simple. You just basically crush it and the seed falls out, and you can take the chaff, and if you blow on it, the chaff will come right off. No problem, and you'll have clean seed and you're ready to go. What else is over here? These are my purple peacock beans. Check out how big these things get. These are some of the biggest beans I've ever grown, and you eat them fresh like a snap bean. So what I've been doing is harvesting them and actually, you know, washing them, cutting them up and canning them and putting them away for the winter. Some of the biggest beans I've ever had. I mean, an abundance. I mean, I only have 4 plants, and you can just see how many beans you get out of these. Look at this. This is crazy. Wow. These little beauties here, which I really love, are called black strawberry tomatoes. Look how beautiful those are. So what happens with these is the bottoms will be like this one over here, where they turn red. And they're very sweet, very unique looking. I mean, the design on these is just so cool. I love looking at these tomatoes. They're starting to already turn red actually in the back here. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna pick a few of these, I think, and just bring them in, but I don't know if you guys have already started to notice, but in my email, I've been getting notifiers of basically telling me that seed catalogs are out already for next year, for 2023. And I've been also getting notifiers that it's a good time to actually order your seed. Wow, this is beautiful. Early, because companies are preparing to actually have less seed than they had this year because of crop failures and, you know, obviously due to environmental conditions and things like that. So I have had a few people say that it's too early to buy seed for next year. Guys, it's not. Even my store is going to have limited seed because sometimes it's sunny and I get the best weather, but then I get rained on and drowned out. And then today is the first day we've had rain in, I think, 4 or 5 days. I think with all of the weather issues that we've actually been having this year, there's been some crop failures. There's been a lot of times too where even with my stuff has taken a long time to grow because of all the environmental conditions that we've been competing with this year. So guys, you know, and even if you look in some of the seed catalogs, at least my experience was from last year, you'd see a vegetable and then you'd see, you know, a stamp across it and it would say, you know, crop failure. So you couldn't even get that seed. And I think you're going to actually see more of that this year due to the droughts and the floods and, you know, all the different weather conditions that we've been experiencing this year. So please do yourself a favor, order your seeds early. My seeds are even limited. They're up in the Etsy store now. Now we are adding seed every day. There's peppers, there's tomatoes. I just added grains to that list last night. But keep an eye out if you've been with us for a while, you know that we've got an Etsy store and we do load it with seed. But this year the quantities are going to be limited. So I'm going to get up to the house and process a lot of these tomatoes. I think we're going to make some pasta sauce and maybe some ketchup. But I guess I just wanted to talk to you guys. You're my family. You've been watching me for a while. You know that I usually grow a lot of tomatoes, but this year it's been really strange growing weather. So please do yourself a favor and make sure you get your seed, because I think what's going to happen is you're going to see some seed shortages. But other than that, guys, I hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.